I've learned to start doing things like taking out the... No, I'm just paying attention. Every iteration adds to the experience. And so when we are doing things like wiki producing, by the way, is, well, 21st century media production, which does not require a company. And it can be, first of all, we can do it on our lonesome. One human being can produce media that can be shared by everybody in the whole freaking world, which, by the way, is an amazing sort of thing. So anyway, I haven't really officially started. So typical production technique is to just go ahead and do it, and then I'm going to be listening to it, cut off the beginning. I always have to cut off the very beginning before the synchronization takes place. So I usually let myself kind of go a little bit before the thing that I said I would do. This program is really messed up. And what is going on here? I'm trying to get a timer. Set this. Okay, so now it's working. To keep me within a 5-minute time frame, just because it helps shorten the cycle. And since this is the first one of the day, I want to get going. So, anyway, now I'm talking to you, and when I look this way, the you I'm talking to is actually me. And that's really what parroting is all about, is learning to see yourself the way you are from objectively. And actually, more importantly than seeing, much more important, skin deep. Though, these might be indicators, although as you can tell, these are false indicators. I'm not even acting. I'm just kind of going through I'm going to try all these different facial expressions. And they can be very specific and very clear. Anger and happiness, laughter. And laughter. I love laughter. I love it when anybody laughs at me. Well, laughs at what I'm doing. I mean, because it's natural. Not sneer. I don't really appreciate that. Not, try to put down. And that's common. That is a common thing that I've learned to live with. Anyway, it's going to get hot in here. It's a good thing I only have 3.5 minutes before I have to stop. And then shorten the cycle. That's STC, or stick. I want to shorten the cycle. The cycle from creation, from creative expression, through accessibility to everybody in the world. In other words, you. Now I'm speaking to you, the actual watcher of this, as well as all of you who are here. Not really, because I'm in my car, but I practice because I do believe that the world will change when we learn to talk to each other again. And we can. We've got this wonderful technology, which the same technology is what can enslave us and drive us into extinction, because this technology, if used just as if we just do things because it is good for the technology, or the technology is powerful because if everybody does a certain thing, that's actually what... This is too loud. How about that? Okay. Yeah, I think I had the gain too high. But anyway, if we reorient our priorities and our behaviors to serve what computers are good at, and they are great at things that we're just lousy at. So, but does that, just because they're good at things, and just because they make it a snap, and just because there's abilities for powerful people to go and find all the, say, fanatics in the world, or crazy, truly mentally ill people who have guns lying around their house, who can be convinced that it's all the blank's fault. So just go and kill a bunch of them. And you'll die, but, you hated your life anyway. So we give you an opportunity to die, and, maybe because you'll be famous. People have these ideas. The person I think of is somebody I truly can say I love, as if she were my daughter. That's the way I love Lindsay Lohan. A daughter who has really gotten messed up and is on the kind of path that, Jim Morrison's a good example. You go on the oceanfront walk. I'm going to have to finish up quickly, but I'll just say this one thing. You go on the oceanfront walk in Ka. V is the name of the town. Ka is the standard abbreviation. So that's an acro abbreviation name of a place. V, name of the, it's not a real city, right? It's a part of the larger city. La Land. Anyway, I've got 11 seconds. No, I know. I stopped it so we don't have to listen to the alarm. But I want to just finish, just to say this. There's a poster of Jim Morrison at a concert in which he is passed out right at the edge of the stage. And everybody's kind of going, we came to see this guy. He's our hero. And he's passed out on the stage. And, he's one of the people. And actually, I don't think there are many others that got their start in Vika. And it says something about this place. It's a place that I've met so many interesting, smart people there. But I'll tell you, I've also met with an enormous amount of negativity, anger, frustration, despair. A lot of mental illness, much of which is, maybe part of which is, a good percentage of which is organic mental illness that people have. There are plenty of people who have, there's something going on, an imbalance that causes them to do things such as hear voices. And there are plenty of people there in Vika who are actually mentally ill in the strictest sense in the psychiatric sense of the word. But there are many people who are socially ill, mentally ill. Their mental illness comes from living in a society in which everybody is on the lookout for what's wrong with you. I mean, not because people are that way naturally. No, because that's the way everybody is. So if I'm going to survive here, I've got to do the same thing. That's social mental illness. And this place is that poster is kind of sums it up. So with that, I'm going to say bye for now, but I'm going to say bye for now, and then I'll start the next one with what I was about to say, because I'm being more disciplined than I have been in the past about this. Well, in order to shorten the cycle between spontaneous, connected expression. Well, they can be planned. I mean, you really want people to hear your piano piece that you've been practicing forever. Okay, that might not be so spontaneous, but you see, I personally believe that people would rather hear you just make music than show everybody how well you can do. What's his name? Beethoven's Fifth Piano Concerto Sonata. Oh my gosh, such wonderful stuff, but that's Beethoven. And then there are people who That is what they're so good at. They can take that music and make it, well, live. That's what it is. You see, that's what's so special. I mean, and that's so it's so amazing. Oh, you know what? I've gone on too far, haven't I? You could say, he's doing it again, going on and on. So now I'm going to just go. I'm going to stop the screen recording. But first I'll stop the recording. It was 10 minutes and 25 seconds, which is actually